Is there anything stronger, more human, than memory? You might say memories are all we have. They're the mark we leave on this world. But memories, like human beings, are fragile things. They're subject to distortion, confusion, and even change, whether we want them to be or not. So even if memories are all we have, they cannot be trusted. Not fully. Not personally, and not culturally either. Because memories are living documents. They aren't set in stone. They flexibly alter and flow with the times themselves.
I'm going to change your appearance. We have no other choice. What you look like, however.
We have to keep our memories straight as much as possible, and in doing so make them our own. By living in the shadows of these memories, we take part in actively producing more of them. We give them new shapes and sounds for new ears to listen and eyes to see. Memories are like a song. They cycle inside, relived in pockets from moment to reflected moment. It's all but impossible to consider an entire memory without delving into parts of the whole, without, in a sense, reliving them again and again, especially traumatic ones. And in reliving them, we recreate them. We reinvent them. Subtly, just under our notice, this is how they change over time. By revisiting our memories, we unconsciously change them, warp them to fit our needs, warp them to fit the times. In this regard, memories are like video games. Even if all the parameters, the logic and math under the boards stay the same, our experiences, choices, and interpretations can and do change each time. Each replay brings new experiences of the same old material, no? But facts? Facts are more stubborn. On paper, at least, they're rigidly unchanged. Even if our memories of the facts can change, supposedly it's the facts, the reality we live in, that cannot. Only the future is open to such revolution. This raises the question, what is the past? Is it a fact or fiction? If the whole world reinvents the past, kills it, what of its facts remain? Orwell once wrote that he who controls the past controls the present, and in turn, the future. What can we do if our ability to remember, let alone forget, is taken from us? What can a culture do if only one way of remembrance is allowed to be called fact and all other interpretation deemed fiction? What if, almost overnight while we sleep, our facts are traded in for fictions? What good is our struggle over meaning if the goals and strategies are fixed in place for us? How can we ever emerge as full individuals in such a circumscribed space?
Yes, I know. You would like to know.
This is the question the phantom pain, overall, raises. Like human memories, the facts in the phantom pain change. Can change. Players can revisit the same levels endlessly with different events, different results. So you might say, this game is a facsimile of memory. Even the story elements are subject to reinterpretation, to new ideas. Some event occurred, but the specifics, the meaning, is up for negotiation, alteration, manipulation even. As Venom Snake, the entire past, present, and future is different than the ones that we live in as players.
There's one more thing troubling me.
There's a gap in that door. Two realities. The only me is not me, it seems. There are two, at least, worlds I live in.
What does it all mean?
The honeybee weapon, in my world, is called the Stinger. The Russians never used a Metal Gear in Afghanistan, because Metal Gears don't exist. Yet for the last year of my life, I have poured countless hours into the mysteries of one. Am I just insane? Or is there a crossover between fact and fiction. The world is only as real as your brain says it is. Isn't that the idea? But what doors into madness and darkness does this open? Out of the darkness, some truth must emerge. But truth of what shape? What sound? There's no way to know. Because reality is subjectively experienced, lived, from within a particular perspective. Perhaps the gap in the door extends from the multiple me's to divide not just possible selves, but dividing those selves from other individuals as well. What's in your head can never be seen by others, not directly. Fragile strands, communication, are all we have to connect our isolated prison cells called minds. Mass incarceration is already a totalized phenomena. Private prisons, in a sense, will never disappear.
You hear me? Are you having difficulty speaking?
We replay our memories from inside ourselves, like prisoners who reread the same novel, hoping to find deeper meaning therein. But none exists, none we don't fill in ourselves. The gap remains forever an open space, forever blank. And that's what makes life worth living. We are not the sun, but the moon, which reflects the sun's light. But this open space means all values, all meanings are open to struggle. As I said, meanings are not set in stone. They're produced through struggle. A war without end. In this war without end, pieces move about. The facts can change, or at least their interpretations can, which is basically the same thing. Nothing is real, only the mind. Without it, interpretation dies, and the self dies with it. We are creatures of dust, whose dreams comprise our realities. Yes, the facts are what they are, external to any one mind. The universe, after all, is material. But what bizarre horrors lie beneath the veil of our ignorance? What good are facts if they confound the mind and prevent life from being lived? If God was a lazy programmer, it follows that we, his programs, are as incomplete as the reality he hath made. Whatever is out there is ours to see, ours to claim, to name, and invent. But again, this opens dangerous ground. Cultural memories are thereby manipulatable, changeable by the status quo, which itself, of course, can flex and bend as a product of the times. Is Major Zero our enemy or ally? Can Ocelot be trusted, or should he be feared? Is Huey innocent, or is he guilty? Is Miller driven, or just blind? Was World War II a battle between good and evil, or over the lesser of two evils? In the end, the victor takes the spoils, including the memories. In Japanese, 5 is represented by the utterance go. It's go that Skullface wields like a weapon as a command for his minions, seemingly under his total control. And it's go we all must follow, a command that predicates life itself on its urgency and its rush. Go, go, go. Everywhere one looks, there are green lights. Yet green, in the context of Cypher, is an evil color. It's the color of control. To slow down or stop is to fight the tide, the times themselves. And in a culture driven ever onward, away from the past and towards the future, to resist this push is to drown in it. The struggle to remember, to create meaning, is a losing battle whenever it's you against the world.
Forget everything. Your name, your past. This is you as you've lived until this day. Tomorrow, it becomes your phantom.
Yet, maybe losing battles are underrated. Maybe, if being an individual means being branded a villain by the status quo, then we should all become villains. Maybe Batman and Robin are chumps. Maybe the Norse mythology system isn't so outdated and insane after all. We will all die someday. According to Freud, one of the primary drives in this life is to die the way we wish to. Only by Todstrieb, death drives, can humanity ever truly live. Yet the death drive does not bring happiness, or its twin of complacency. It brings struggle, pain, loss, and regret. But these horrors are part and parcel of victory, no? And in victory, as in revenge, the taste is sweeter than honey. To stick with the status quo deprives one of both. And deprived of an enemy, deprived of struggle, of meaning, our hatred then turns inward. It makes us hideous, inside and out. So, if it isn't too bold, I'd like to conclude with a toast. Here's to jealousy, to rage, to villainy. May we all not go quietly into that dark night. May we all rage, rage, rage against the dawning light.
I haven't forgotten what you've told me, boss. We have no tomorrow, but there's still hope for the future. In our struggle to survive the present, we push the future farther away. Will I see it in my lifetime? Probably not. Which means there's no time to waste. Someday the world will no longer need us. No need for the gun, or the hand to pull the trigger. I have to drive out this demon inside me. Build a better future. That's what we will leave as our legacy. Another mission, right, boss?